Next question. So this is the question. Okay, so this is the question. The question says a stone is thrown vertically upward with speed 28 meter per second. Find the maximum height reached by stone. Find its velocity 1 second before it reaches the maximum. Does the answer of part B changes if initial speed is 28 more than 28, such as 40 or 80? Okay, so this is a very good question. Okay, so first we will find the maximum height. So maximum height will be how much? Maximum height formula is, the formula for maximum height was H max was U square by 2G. So U is how much? 28 square by 2 into 10. So whatever we are getting, that will be our answer. Okay, so this will be 14 into 28 or 14 into like this. 14 square. So 14 is 196. 196 means 392. So 39.2. We are getting 39. Or if you take 9.8, I think we will get the exact answer. Okay, whatever, we are getting this much maximum height. Now find the velocity 1 second before it reaches the maximum. So 1 second before it reaches the maximum means what? The particle is going like this and returning like this. If at this point, at highest point, we know the velocity is 0. So 1 second before, what will be velocity? If we have highest point velocity 0, so 1 second before, we know that acceleration is g. So how these two are related? Do we have v dash equal to, or we can say v minus v dash equal to gt? Do we have like this? The difference of these two, the velocity at this point and this point, 1 second before. So they will be related by time. The difference of velocity is acceleration into time. So how much is v dash? Okay, we should add minus g. Minus plus we can take care of. So v dash is gt. So 10 into t. So that will be how much? 10 into t. So 10 into 1. So 5. That is how much? 10 meter per second. So 1 second before reaching the highest point, its velocity is coming 10 meter per second. And even after 1 second, even after 1 second of reaching the highest point, at this point, when it is returning back, at that time also its velocity will be same, because here velocity is 0 and it is getting accelerated downward. So its velocity will be again same, 10 meter per second. Okay, now does the answer of part B changes if initial speed is more than 28? So if initial speed is more than 28, suppose it is 40. So what will happen, that the object will go to larger height. Object will go like this, larger height, because speed is more. But at highest point, again its velocity will be 0. And if you see 1 second before the highest point, again its velocity will going to be the same. The velocity at highest point is always 0, and 1 second before it, the velocity will always be 10 meter per second, irrespective of the initial velocity with which it was thrown. Here it is thrown with 28 meter per second, and here it is thrown with suppose 40 meter per second. This is not going to impact the velocity of highest point, neither it is going to impact the velocity 1 second before the highest point or velocity 1 second after the highest point. So initial velocity will not change those things.